I am aware of that, yes.
And did you review the testimony of Mr. Perot in this proceeding as well?
Yes.
Okay, you understand Ms. Baroque has stated that as part of the proposal the company's making, the company's going to make an annual compliance filing, which will work off of and include the review and oversight this commission makes on a semi-annual filing. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay, and then the commission, in looking at that filing, will also have oversight and review of that particular filing to adjust rates, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And is it your opinion that that's not transparent?
No, it's very transparent. What I'm suggesting is, and that process you're describing works very well into a standalone rider mechanism for recovery. It fits very well into what I'm recommending. The transparency I'm referring to in my testimony is transparency to customers as they pay their bill.
Okay, so that helps,
average
Dr. Blank. So you're not talking about the actual process for review. Okay.
Absolutely
Well, that
not. The review process before this commission has been very thorough. I suspect will continue to be very thorough, very transparent. I'm only suggesting transparency to what I refer to maybe the average customer who has not participated in these transparent proceedings as they pay their bill to understand what they're paying for.
Now, do you understand that under ARO accounting, the company will only recover what it spends on CCR costs, correct?
Yes, that's my understanding, that there will be accounting, specific accounting for that, and yes.
Now, you were asked a couple of questions about storm damage, and I just want to ask you, now, you made the well, you understand the company had a significant storm damage related expense over the last ARP, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you recommended that the commission completely overhaul the method used for storm damage recovery and deploy a mechanism that would adjust annually, correct?
Yes, I think
that's your recommendation.
Yes, and I think that's a fair way to describe it. It would be a substantive change in the way storm damage is recovered and accounted for and recovered, yes.
Now, your testimony has not provided any analysis of historical storm damage, correct? There's nothing in your testimony provides sort of background data to support that need to make a change, correct?
No, other than the amounts that have accrued since 2013 and the amounts that are being requested in this case, but no.
Okay. And you understand that a full deferral of actual costs incurred without any provision of projected storm costs would only exacerbate the under-recovery of storm damage.
Hanson gets up there, I will have Hanson, Brown, and Fox, and you'll move right on in to that particular time. Does anybody have any questions about that? Hearing none, thank you very much. Robbie Hunter, you're up. Y'all, I want you to move over here now in this leg because we're gonna go through this thing. So if you're a Hunter, Hanson, or Brown, you need to be over to my left. All right, Robbie Hunter, you're up. Where's Robbie? All right, the microphone, please, ma'am. Hey, see you 3 minutes on the monitor.
Good morning, Public Service Commission. I actually only have 4 words for you this morning. Please send Georgia Power back to replan of the rate hike and to type of money. Georgia Power, from what I'm hearing from Dr. Blank, has other options other than continuing to burden the residents of Georgia. I ask you to please have them go back to the drawing board and find other ways to cover the cost of places like Plant Vogel. And I understand the storm damage, those expenses need to be addressed. But I think the residents of Georgia have really reached a breaking point as far as trying to shoulder the cost of Georgia Power. And I just ask you to please have them reconsider.
Thank you, Ms. Hunter. Hanson, Brown, and Fox. What color have you got there, Mr. Reese?
3 minutes. Just a couple of minutes.
I mean, you have a,
Orange.
you're on.
Orange.
How you doing? My name is Taryn Hanson. I am a representative of the Harambee House in Savannah, Georgia. As of mid-September 2019, I joined forces with the Harambee House to stand up for environmental justice for all citizens. I would like to thank Commissioners Tim and Tricia Eckel for taking time out of their busy schedules to drive down to Savannah to listen to the concerns of the Savannaians. In late September of 2019, the Harambee House started a Change.org petition and a paper petition online to inform Georgia Power consumers of the rate hike and to request them to take action by signing the petition. In less than 50 days, 2 members, me included, and one other person, at the Harambee House collected over 1,400 signatures of constituents just saying that we can't afford the rate hike. Keep in mind, I was one of the 2 people on the project, so on my spare time, we collected over the 1,400 signatures. Not only am I a volunteer at the Harambee House, but I also run a small Medicare enrollment business, and I drive Pizza Hut delivery on the weekends. And I am a full-time mother of 1. I myself cannot afford the rate hike. With doing this work, I've heard stories worse than mine, which makes me grateful for the situation I am in. There's parents that have gotten their lights cut off due to not being able to pay. So then they go on I think it's a prepaid. So with the prepaid, they have to pay a certain amount in order to keep their lights on. If they go over the usage, then they have to call to get more usage. Well, one parent told me that she didn't even have $5 in her account for her kids to even have power to get dressed for school. So I can't imagine being a child in America that is getting dressed in the dark. And the rate hike would only cause more people to be in that situation. As a community advocate, I connect senior citizens and disabled community to organizations that help them pay their utility bills all the time. Senior citizens making under $24,000 a year are eligible for a $14 senior citizen discount a month, but we're proposing to raise the height up to $17. I don't see that being able to help them. These organizations are underfunded as well, so oftentimes they are unavailable only a certain time of the year. Then consumers can only use it one time a year. And they also have to choose what utility bills they pay. Sometimes it could be your lights, your water, or your gas, and they're getting food. They can only choose one avenue when getting help from this organization. There's only a certain amount of organizations. The organizations are not offered in every county, so Chatham may have it, but Effingham may not. As Georgia Power represents their stakeholders, their stockholders, board of executives, CEOs, on behalf of myself, the 1,400 petitions that we've collected,
Time,
I
Ms.
would
Hanson.
ask, thank you.
Thank you very much. Brown, Fox, and Shadley.